Well, here we are at the Paseo Montejo, which is their grand boulevard here in Merida. As you can see, one side of the boulevard is closed. That's for people to bike ride on Sundays, which is a nice thing, and that goes throughout the city. They put up your traffic barriers, and you can't drive on that side of the street. So this is a very nice city. It has a kind of genteel way about it, but also a quite a modern way. This is one of the hotels about a block and a half from the house. It's the Montejo Palace, and it has a nice breakfast there. They call them the desayunos, and they have them on the weekend. They're grand buffets, and for a couple of bucks you can really chow down. This one runs about you 15 bucks for two, or really with the current rate of exchange about $12 for two, and that'll just set you up all day long. And it's good too. It's usually some of the YUCATAN specialties. Here's some of the buildings on the Montejo. It's these are the millionaires' mansions, and this is one that's been restored to hold the artifacts from the various pyramids and all of the Mayan history. It's extremely well done, outside and inside. The inside is beautifully set up. It's not corny at all. And this town has a lot of art in it. For a small town, it's 1.5 million. That's not a big town, you know, really. But when they do something in the arts, they do it extremely well. You know, the Christmas decorations are unbelievable all over the city. You'll see some of those soon, but we're going to do a separate thing on them. Here's the entrance to the museum. This is one of the millionaires' mansions that went up at the turn of the century to show how much money they had, and it's about a block from our house, so it makes it for a really beautiful walk. These old mansions, they're mostly banks now, and hotels, and financial institutions. And here's our cab driver, though. In fact, we never use him. He's parked outside the house. There's the horse who's waiting for an apple, but he'll never get it from us because they're too expensive here. This is our street, which is right behind those grand mansions, and like all of Mexico, it's very nondescript. Here's our next door neighbors across the street. This series of dual mansions, I call them Dos Casas, isn't lived in anymore. It just, you're taken care of by your caretakers. Every once in a while you'll see somebody in a limousine drive up, and here's Joan outside our place right across the street from it. It's our new lock, since we got locked out and lock didn't work one night, so we had to go down to the people we rent from, who are very good. It's the Suites del Sol. We're going to do something on them. If you need a long-term residence, these are the people to go to. They're extremely helpful, extremely nice. The prices are right. We have inside, we have a 3-room. And we have internet and 2 televisions and a dining room and a living room and a bedroom. Here's an upstairs counterpart. These are some old photographs that are huge photographs blown up on the wall of the El Gran Cafe, which is another place you have to get to. It's at the very base of the Paseo Montejo. I guess it goes back, you know, some time, or at least the original did. They again also have their huge breakfast, which run on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, and it's about, you know, 16 bucks, or probably about 13 bucks with the current exchange rate, 160, 170 pesos for two. And the spread is huge. Rolls and the sweets and the flans and the rice puddings and all of the meat dishes and the corn dishes and pancakes. They love pancakes in Mexico. So one meal here really kind of sets us up for the day. You really can't eat anymore. We eat about 12 or 1 o'clock, and here are some of the giant Christmas soldiers outside the cafe. The Christmas decorations go up pretty quickly. Here's the traffic circle at the end of the Paseo where we live, and looking through, there's a series of shops and hotels at the end of the Paseo. This traffic circle gets a little busy during the week, but it's kind of nice on the weekends. There's an outside shot of the cafe. This is a beautiful city. It's flat, so if you're old like us, you can walk easily. The people are extremely courteous, although, like most large cities, there's a kind of impersonality about it. You know, we have been used to living in a small village where everybody said hello to everybody. It doesn't really happen here. People are kind of shocked if you say hello to them. But they're nice. They say hello back. These were Christians, and they were on a big parade one night. It was a Christian Advent parade. They were singing and dancing. It was fabulous, extremely friendly, as all Christians are. So it was nice to see that openness again. This is a place about a block and a half from us. It's on 60th Street, which is the other main drag. We live on 58, so that's flanked by 60 and by Paseo Montejo. This is very, very avant-garde for Mexico, especially for MERIDA. It's completely open air. It's about 5 or 6 or 7 rooms. They're all set with antique furniture and local artists. There are poetry readings. There are gardens in the back you can sit in. You can buy the furniture if you like. It's extremely well priced too if you're going to set your home up here. The temperature in MERIDA during the winter is paradise. We're about the same latitude as Cuba, so you can't get much better than the Cuba Key West. The temperatures. There's one of the back gardens. A big party was going on. It's a very nicely laid out. Whoever laid it out did a nice job. Again, there's some real taste. This is a university town, so you do have a lot of culture here and a lot of young people, and you do have things that are happening you'd expect to see only, say, in Mexico City, maybe, or perhaps you'd maybe see in New York. So we love to come here. The food is great, and it's cheap too. It's not expensive.